Hey everybody, this is David Branderhorst, and in this video we're going to be talking about, are you asking the wrong questions? Now, before we get started, if you could hit that like and subscribe button to be notified of future content, we would greatly appreciate it. Now, one of the biggest challenges that we face in our own success journey is the notion of our own mindset. Are we, battling our own thoughts? Are we struggling with our own belief in ourselves to be able to achieve whatever it is that we have in front of us that we're trying to do? And sometimes those questions, those doubts, those fears can really cause us a lot of problems. And to be honest with you, one of the fastest ways we can knock ourselves off track and really get ourselves turned around into the wrong direction is through the questions that we ask ourselves. Now, for example, if we're asking ourselves questions like, why won't this ever work for me? Or why is it that no one's paying attention to anything that I'm posting online? Or why can I never make these things work? All of those types of questions assume a negative answer. They assume that it's not possible. They assume that it won't work. They assume that you can't get the result that you're trying to achieve. And as a result, it just leads you down a path where you start going in a tailspin, where you're going down into a process where this is never going to happen, and I might as well just face the reality that it's not going to work. And that can cause us huge problems. And while we can't ignore the problems that we have, we can't go into a situation and just go, oh, well, I'm going to put my head in the sand and ignore what's wrong and I just keep charging forward. No, you can't do that. What we can do is we can approach these things from a different perspective, and we can start asking ourselves better questions. For example, instead of why does this keep happening to me, you could say, who do I know that can help me? What person do I know that would know how to do this? Who is out there that has done something like this before? Who is out there that has some experience in this area? And can I go ask them some questions? Do they have some material that I could read? Is there something out there that I could access that will help me understand what I'm doing wrong? The way I'm doing this incorrectly, and how I can get better at it to get a better result. What are some possible solutions that I haven't tried? What are some ways of doing that? Maybe my strategy, maybe my methodology isn't the correct methodology. And are there some other ways of doing this? Are there other solutions that I haven't even tried yet? And if I tried it one of those ways, I will get the right answer. I will have success, and things will start working out well for me. Or perhaps, what is another resource that I could bring to bear? What is something else that I could bring into the equation? Another person, another system, another process, another tool that I could bring in that would make this start to work correctly, that would help me achieve that goal. It would help me get this business moving forward and start getting customers and start making sales and doing what I want to do and doing what I love. You see, all of those questions assume that the answer is possible. It assumes that it can be done. And when you do that, that changes the dynamic of how you're thinking, because now your mind is engaged with the process of, I have to think of what other options are out there. I have to think about what other ways could I approach this. And your creativity kicks in, and your mind starts to engage and says, it's not that it's not possible. It's just I haven't found the right solution yet. And so I keep looking, I keep digging, and I keep working. And as a result, I eventually keep asking more of those good questions until I find the path that I'm trying to get on. Now, one of the things that I've known after doing this for a very long time is it's not about whether or not you have the resources today. It's about how resourceful you are. This is something that I've seen again, time and time again. And some people, no matter where they are in life, they will always say, well, I don't have enough. I am not enough. I don't see how I can ever achieve this, and I can't do it. And those things are looking at their limitations. They're looking at their problems, and they're seeing the resources that they have in front of them right now. And they're saying, yeah, it's not enough. The stack of resources that I have at my disposal, they're not enough to help me get to where I want to go. Instead of looking at what they currently have and say, how can I leverage that? How can I use what I do have and and use it in a different way? How can I build this out in a way that I hadn't thought of before? How can I reach out to somebody or to pull in something that maybe I hadn't considered before? Because the people who are successful ultimately are the people who are the most resourceful, the people who go out and find ways to use resources and tools and ideas and people in a way that no one else had thought to do. And that creativity goes into where you can start pulling together things in a way to get an answer, whereas before no one thought of doing it that way before. And all of these things can really result in solutions that previously were blocked for you. And so I want you to really be thinking about, how can I be resourceful? How can I pull together things that I have to make it work and to make it happen? Because your goal is achievable. I absolutely 100% believe that you can do it. If God put this on your heart, He didn't put it on your heart only to throw you into a midst of trouble, that you are now given this vision and this dream and this goal in your life that you have that you want to achieve, and now you can't achieve it because God is cruel and He's giving you this calling that's impossible to achieve. No, He doesn't do that. He's pushing you to change, to transform into someone else who can achieve these goals. And to do that, you have to change how you think and the questions that you ask. So I hope this is helpful to you. If you have questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I will look forward to talking to you soon.